left the land of Egypt after the Most High judged Egypt and the Pharaoh and that system. They went out into the wilderness, and then they went to the land of Canaan, man. All right, and they came out in such a big number that this king of Moab, Balak, he went to this. I believe this guy was an Ishmaelite wise man. He was like a magi. I mean, you can look. You know what? You can Google it and get the quick reference on this guy because we don't want to go all into the history. But he basically said, I believe he said, I'm going to give you half of my kingdom if you put a curse on the whole nation of Israel. All right, so we're going to read about that. That's why he read the statement. He read the statement, oh my people, Micah 6:5. Oh my people, remember now what Balak, king of Moab, you Moors are saying that your line goes back to the Moabites, consulted, and what Balaam, the son of Behor, answered him from Shittim unto Gilgal, that ye may know the righteousness of the Lord. All right, so read that.
This is
as soon as you get to
this is the book of Numbers 22:5. He sent messengers therefore unto Balaam the son of Beor to Pethor, which is by the river of the land of the children of his people, to call him, saying, Behold, there is a people come out from.
I want to go up another, just so you can know it's talking about the king of Moab.
Numbers 22:2. And Balak the son of Zippor saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites, and Moab was so afraid of the people, because there were many, and Moab was distressed because of the children of Israel. And Moab said unto the elders of Midian, Now shall this company lick up all that are round about us, as the ox licketh up the grass of the field.
Meaning he saw Balak, the Moabite king. He saw what Israel did with the Ammonites. We busted their asses, man. All right. But the main place we want to bust up and take over were the Canaanites, man. Which the Most High said we were going to do that, man. He said, don't have your sons marry their daughters, don't have your daughters marry their sons, don't make any contracts with them, which is covenants. He said, but utterly destroy them, man. If they have any gold or any fine garments or anything, burn all that shit, man. Okay? Don't even take what they kill them off, and take what they got, because that's going to be your land. Now there's a reason why that happened, and there was a reason why it was justified. Okay?
It says, and Balak the son of Zippor was king of the Moabites at that time. He sent messengers therefore unto Balaam the son of Beor to Pethor, which is by the river of it says which is by the river of the land of the children of his people, to call him, saying, Behold, there is a people come out from Egypt. Behold, they cover the face of the earth, and they abide over against me. So this is talking about the Israelites that came out of where? Out of Egypt. And like Elder Charles was saying, you guys want to go back to Egypt. The Lord delivered us out of Egypt because we were in bondage. The same way we're in bondage today in modern day Egypt, which is America. And the Lord said, look, wake my people up, because I got an elect that's going to be delivered. And when the elect is sealed, then I'm going to take you up out of Egypt. But you want to stay in Egypt. You got your face back in Egypt. You know, you like the children of Israel wandering in the wilderness, you know, and they were hungry. They said, man, we want to go back to Egypt. We remember the cucumbers and the leeks and the garlic, you know, and all that food that we were eating in Egypt. You know, yeah, they were in hardcore bondage, but they had their food given to them, you know, I guess, for lack of better words, 3 hots in a cot, you know. But in the wilderness, you didn't have none, which was the Lord's way of proving you, so that the Lord can see, if, you know, where your faith stood, you know. And then he gave Moses, you know, told Moses to crack, you know, hit the stone, and the water came out. You drank, you know. He gave you manna from heaven, which was the scriptures call it angels' food. You know, you got quails, you got different things to eat, you know. But you wanted to go back to Egypt. Why? Because everything was convenient. Everything was there for you. You know, and that's why you guys are into that Kemetic crap. You know,
because you're the same spirits coming back. and the reincarnation, man. You the same, and y'all don't even realize it. You the same guys. That's why Ecclesiastes 1:9 says, the thing that is done is that which shall be done. You guys are pretty much doing the same thing. That's why you're so deep into that. I'm just piggybacking of what the elder Ramlab said. That's why you guys are so much into Egypt, man. That's why you're so much in all throughout the scriptures. In Jeremiah, Isaiah, Zephaniah, is the Most High telling Israel, come out of Egypt. Because you niggas are deep rooted in that Egypt. I understand why, because you were the same guys. Israel, we grew to be in a nation in the Egyptian captivity. We became a nation in Egypt. So it kind of makes sense. That's why you Israelites are on into this Egypt thing, because we spent a lot of time in Egypt. And America's the modern day Egypt, but you guys are trying to go back into that ancient Egypt because you the same spirits back in the earth reincarnated. And when you guys came back in this lifetime, that Egypt was still in your spirit, in your mind, man.
Yep.
So y'all felt like y'all had to deck, because you the same niggas, what's his name? Dayton, Corey, and the Benram. Yep. They rose up that insurrection against Moses and that contingency to try to get them niggas to go back into Egypt. So Moses brought us out here to die, man. And they try to get them, they try to get Israel to follow them back into Egypt. And the Most High just laid Egypt waste, man. Just like he about to lay America, the modern day Egypt, waste.
I got a quick scripture. This is because you quoted the Numbers one, and I wanted to get this one. But the Numbers one in Numbers, what is that? 11:5 is pretty much the same as Exodus 16:3. It says, 2. It says, and the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. All right, so even though they were delivered, they went out into the wilderness. The Most High put them out there for 40 years to test them, and they were talking shit against Moses and Aaron, man. Right, and we're going through that right now. Like all these other Israelite groups, those were the guys that were led by Amram, Dayton, Corey, and Abiram,
yeah,
right?
Abiram, yep.
The nitpickers, yep. In the third verse, it says, and the children of Israel said unto them, would to the Most High we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For we had brought for ye have brought us forth into the wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. Now, but eventually that's what they did. They said anyone that was 20 and up, they wasn't going to make it. The ones that were under 20, because they were young, they were coming up and they were born out in the wilderness. The only two that made it from Egypt, from the old generation, through the wilderness for 40 years into the promised land was Joshua and Caleb. All the rest of them niggas died in the wilderness, man. They died off, just like the Most High said. Why? Because you niggas wanted to go back to Egypt. At least we had a good meal.
Yeah, I got a good one too. I got a precept here. Isaiah.
You guys, all you comedic clowns, you guys want to stay. Well, you want to stay here.
Egypt.
You ain't thinking about the downfall. You ain't none of you talking about what's gonna happen to this Edomite, man.
Yeah.
You ain't talking about you talking about what debate you gonna have next year. Yeah. We ain't thinking like that, man. We thinking day to day, man.
That's right.
Okay, we thinking day to day. We ain't thinking about what building up a big mega school and all that, a mega temple, a mega tabernacle.
That's right.
We ain't thinking that far, man.
Man, we live
day to day, week to week, man.
That's right.
Okay.
Elder Tahar, you asked Brother Polite when he came down. Well, you didn't ask him. You said the kingdom. He said the kingdom. What's that?
A lot of you guys don't even, it's not, you can't even conceive it in your mind. Yeah. Didn't the ancestors come down and tell you that there's going to be a kingdom for you, man? What do you think, you're just going to have debates until the cows come home?
I got a precept. This is good. Isaiah 42 and 12.
Let me say this. Anytime you guys want to get tightened up, come on down to 34th and 7th.
Yeah.
Because General Yohana going to tighten your ass up in that thing, man.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you want some more, you come down there, you get tightened up some more.
Yeah. Hey, what was that like Stallone?
Because there's only one truth, man. The so-called blacks of this country are the Israelites, not no goddamn Kemet. All right?
Others are hard like
They're not Moors either, man.
like in Expendables 2. If y'all saw the movie, at the end there was a fight scene with Stallone had a fight scene with Jean-Claude Van Damme, and he was like, Stallone had the gun on him, so Van Damme was trying to get him to put the gun down. So go put the gun down, fight like a man. And then Stallone said, "You want me to man you up? I'll man you up." And so you want us to man you up? We'll man you up. I had to use that phrase. Yeah, he told him, "You want me to man you up? I'll man."